Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Two Alcoholics and a Microphone. Hello, Tia.
Hello, Brian.
How are you today?
I'm well. And yourself?
Well, thank you for asking.
Okay.
We had a subscriber, call us today and wanted to hear about brought up the topic or the word surrender, which
Surrender.
has a lot of different meanings to a lot of different people, from what I understand.
Yes. A lot of people do not find that to be a favorable thing or a likable thing when they first come into the rooms or come into sobriety. So it's not what you necessarily think it means. Surrender, I feel like people get it confused with submission.
Yeah, or you could view it as a loss, and we know that when you view something as a loss, if you're losing something, that's like exclusion, which is very painful.
Yes. But didn't you say you found something that you thought would really illustrate this topic?
I did. It's a Rumi quote. I have it right here. Not pulled up, but I will pull it up here right now. It says, "Your task is not to seek for love, but to merely seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." Ooh.
Yes. And spiritual surrender, I also had, to look this up. It is turning over your ideas, your needs, your timeline, your expectations to a higher power of your own understanding, to an intuitive guidance system within, to a presence of love around you. And I really like the way they put the presence of love around you, because a lot of people that are struggling when they first come in and start working the steps, like step 2 is we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And they're starting off from, a power greater than myself is just the people in these rooms. This is a power greater than myself, just us two talking to everybody here. So it's a good starting place.
I agree. So, for me, I never gave up when I surrendered. I didn't give up anything. I had to concede that maybe the way I was behaving, my behavior and my actions, which were all alcohol emotionally fueled responses to life, and it wasn't really getting me very far.
No.
So that's the way I see it. So
Acceptance is how I see it. Is I was struggling when nothing was going my way or the way I wanted it. And the moment I surrendered that idea of my life the way I want it and started to accept life on life's terms, that's another thing you're going to hear quite a bit if you're new into sobriety and coming into the rooms. People say life on life terms a lot. So just wanted to throw that out there. As soon as I started accepting life on life's terms, I started to feel better. It's not always what we want.
life on life's terms. Yeah, that's a mind-blowing topic. So it's a control issue that I have. I wanted to be in control. I wanted everything to go my way, and I thought that being continuously intoxicated was helping the situation.
I think we all did.
So delusional, Delulu.
Delulu, isn't that what the youth say these
Yeah,
days?
Delulu. It's catchy. It sounds like an expensive restaurant.
Yeah, let's go to Delulu.
Let's go to Delulu for dinner. White
Ooh
tablecloth.
la la, Delulu.
Oh.
That's how we...
Oh my gosh, did we just run out of things to say? Thoughts and opinions?
No.
Oh.
I just was gonna, wait for you to talk next.
That's funny. I was giving you the courtesy of the next comment. Don't
Oh,
don't you dare. This is a good one.
okay.
I think our fans agree. This is a good one. We're just getting going, aren't we?
Yeah.
Surrender.
Surrender. Surrender, Dorothy.
So nobody wants you to give up anything. We want you to understand that you have a life that's worth living. It doesn't have to be alcohol or drug fueled,
No.
and that life is a lot more manageable when you simplistically enjoy it without the need of a mood enhancement.
Well, and I'll give you a real life situation here. Like, there was one vacation that my husband and I went on where my husband was determined for us to go swimming. And the entire time, every opportunity that we thought we would find to go swimming didn't work out. And he was absolutely frustrated. He was completely frustrated. He wanted to go swimming. We're supposed to go swimming on this vacation. Well, maybe they'll have the pool at our hotel. We get to the hotel that has an indoor pool, and guess what? It had been closed for servicing during the summertime. So I just looked at him and I said, hey, do you know what? Maybe we just don't need to go swimming. As soon as you accept that maybe we just aren't supposed to swim today, we can all have a better time. Life on life's terms. It doesn't always have to be my plan. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I mean by surrendering. You can be PO'd, you can be super mad because you're not, no, we're going to try another way. And then the whole 2-week vacation, if you are so stuck on getting to do this one thing, you've missed out on the rest of it.
And that's what I was doing. I was missing out on everything when I thought I was helping myself to an extra large portion of beer. I've never been on a vacation where they had a pool at a hotel. That sounds awful fancy to you.
Well, you know me. I'm fancy like that.
Very posh. People are invading our studio.
Sorry, yeah. Studio B can sometimes have some pretty active people, like background noise.
Background noise. So back to the topic of the fact that I'm not willing to change certain behaviors because I'm not getting what I want, and the fact that it's going nowhere quickly. Things are out of control because I'm offended by a single word, surrender, or other words or catchphrases that I hear quite often that's preventing me from improving my life.
Yes.
So that's
like Rumi said, tearing down all the barriers.
Right. And that's I'd put up a lot of barriers, a lot of walls, shielding to protect myself from I thought was an outside influence, but it was an internal influence that was driving me. First, it was easy. I felt like I didn't fit in with the in crowd. So, it started there and it ended here in a podcast.
Yeah. Where the real cool kids are.
Absolutely. Podcasting. Two alcoholics and this, not the original microphone, the second microphone.
Yeah. Because it works.
Better. Wait, and?
Well, I didn't do anything.
I know. So did we have anything more else to add on the topic surrender? Have we covered everything? Probably not.
Probably not. Something else that I know that I struggled with, and I think we all do, is feeling like just because a character trait or a behavioral pattern that you have developed as a result of whatever trauma or as a result of just whatever isn't working and doesn't serve you. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you are wrong. It just means it doesn't work. If I like to use the analogy of when a car breaks down, if you know what the problem is, whatever, I don't know things about cars. Give me a car part.
Shock absorber.
Okay, so if the shock absorber is not working and needs to be replaced, that doesn't mean that the car is a bad car. It doesn't mean that the shock absorber is a bad shock absorber. It just means it needs to be replaced. There's no positive or negative that needs to be assigned to that. And now that's the same. I feel like that is part of the surrendering process in the 12 steps, because there's just behavior patterns like my people pleasing that was not working. It didn't serve me well. It served others pretty well up until I got mad at them and resentful. But me feeling like a personal attack because I was told I needed to stop that was just silly. I had to realize that it's not a personal attack. There's nothing personal. It just doesn't work.
That I was wrong in my way.
Right.
It's hard to admit that.
But once you do it once and you realize that you're not going to die, it's really not so bad. I promise. And you get a lot further in life when you can actually be mature enough to recognize when you're wrong and
Well,
quit
yeah,
it.
absolutely. And, let's talk about the positive side of recovery. My car is parked exactly where I left it the night before.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
That is a positive part of recovery.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us today once again. Enjoy the day. And remember, if you think you have a problem,
Reach out for help.
please subscribe and like.
But most importantly, share this with someone who you think may be struggling. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.